craft time.
Hey crafty kids, it's Teacher Plum and I'm thrilled to be back with another exciting craft time. But before we begin, I want to give a big shout out to all the awesome kids tuning in from Victory, Zamboanga! Thanks for joining us. So today we will be making this craft. Look at it! Can you see the two spies? Of course you can't because we hid them under dried grass. So to make this craft, we will need some simple materials. First, of course, we'll need these dried grass. So if you don't have dried grass, maybe you can use some brown paper or maybe newspaper if you wish. And then we'll also need our template for the coloring page. So this coloring page has the two spies that Rahab helped in our story today. We'll also be needing some double-sided tape, some crayons or coloring materials, which I have here, and some scissors so we can trim our dried grass. All right, we've got all our materials ready, so let's get crafting! So the first thing that we want to do is to get our coloring page template. So these are the two spies that Rahab helped hide. First step is to get our double-sided tape. And you see this tiny rectangle here. Let's just put some double-sided tape over there. Be careful with the scissors. And now that we have our double-sided tape here, next is to color our coloring page. So for this craft, I am gonna use markers. I think I wanna start by coloring the skin. So they're gonna be really tan. Of course, you can pick the colors that you want. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. And for his shirt, we're gonna go with black because he's a spy. Gray for his belt. And black again for his hair. And then I can color the rest of the coloring page and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm done. So I colored the sky dark blue and black. So I used a combination of crayons and markers because it was nighttime when Rahab decided to hide the spies in her roof. So these two spies were actually hiding from the men of Jericho. And Rahab helped them by hiding them in her roof and covering them in stalks of flax. So we don't have flax right now, but we're gonna use these dried grass. So let's remove the double-sided tape film. And just like Rahab, let's hide the spies in our craft. Oops, I can still see them, so I'm gonna add a little more. And I think that's about it. Where'd the spies go? They're here! And ta-da! We're done! Fantastic job, everyone! As you know, we're in the beginning of our Her Story in His Story series, and today we talked about Rahab. Rahab was a brave woman who showed great faith in God, and she even risked her life to hide two Israelite spies from their enemies. Imagine that! Well, Rahab was willing to risk her life because she believed in God's power and she had faith in Him. Rahab wanted to leave her old life to follow God and His people. So, like Rahab, may we also choose to follow God for the rest of our lives. Alright, crafty kids, thanks for joining me for another Craft Time segment, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Keep being creative and keep following God. See you next week. Bye!